Has anyone else stopped with self-care during this quarantine? I mean, look at this hair. I just don't want to cut it. I'm too lazy and I have no incentive to anymore. People, please come back. I need to cut my hair. Happy Tuesday. Warm up for today. We have a 10-minute running timer of real simple 2 movements. So if you have a rower, great. Gonna use a rower today. If you don't, skier, air bike, a real bike, running, any of those are great options. So in that 10 minutes, you're gonna do on the rower 250 meters. Stay with me here. Running 200 meters, skier 250 meters, biking half mile. Biking quarter mile, sorry. So you'll do that, and then you're gonna do some banded hammy lockouts, or if you don't have that, some sort of rig or leg raise. So I'll go over that right now. So rowing, each round, or on any of the monostructural work, in each round, try to make your output faster and faster as you warm up and as your nervous system gets online. So for the rower, I'm gonna check out the calories per hour, or the 500 meter pace, and make sure that that gets a little bit faster each round. Same thing on the skier, Concept 2 skier. If you're on an air bike, of some sort, if you have the wattage info, then look at that to see an increase in that over the rounds. If you have the old school Schwinn Airdyne, some of them show you actually calories per hour, I believe, if you scroll through all the options. So see if you can find that and just try to push harder each round. Okay, so rowing, pretty straightforward. Make sure you keep the heels down throughout your rowing pulls in the chest tall. So here, not here, so keep that seat away from the heels. Make sure it goes knees, hips, elbows, hips, knees. As you go through your rowing technique. Biking, not as much strategy to that. Running, try to make sure your stride's not too long and that you're landing with your foot underneath your hip. So think about leaning forward at the hips rather than really reaching with the feet. Skier, make sure you're not over squatting. So try not to go down like this, but more like this. So it's like the start to a deadlift. That'll make sure it's more, better, gooder. So then the second movement that you'll be paired with is loosening up that hamstring. So you take a big thick band if you got it. Step forward a good amount. Get your rower out of the way if you're in a small space. Hinge over with the back flat. Put your hand back there to make sure it stays flat. And then go in and out of squeezing your quad. 1 rep, 2. So it's just a subtle straightening of my right knee you can see here. And I'm making sure I don't go further by rounding back. Again, staying nice and neutral here. So 10 of those on one side, 10 on the other. They don't need to be super long. Or if you don't have a big thick band like that, or something, a tire inner tube could work, an old tire inner tube. But if you don't have anything like that, get into a doorway or into a corner somewhere that sticks out in a room, and get one leg up against the corner of the door, and then you're gonna squeeze both quads super tight, and then lift one leg past the other, and then back 5 of these on each side. Nice, slow, controlled. I care way more about how straight you keep the knees, and even I bent my knee there a little bit, way less like people do it like this. You're not doing anything. Active, make it super active warm up. 5 on each side for that. 10-minute timer, rounds for quality of those 2 movements. Good job.